Hi, it's Colleen from Keeping the Peace, and welcome back for another episode of Choosing Your First Handgun, 7 Things to Consider. This is episode 4, and today we're talking about size and weight. How do you determine what size and weight handgun you want? This is going to relate back to your purpose. So if me personally, if I'm looking for a gun to carry on my body, I don't want something extremely heavy because I have back trouble. Okay, my back starts to ache if I have a lot of weight pulling down at my waistline. So I have to choose something that is a weight that I know I can handle. So a weight is a big factor. Size is also a big factor for me because I'm short in stature. I don't have a lot of real estate on my body to hide things. So I want my gun to be relatively small. The guns that I carry the most are my Smith & Wesson Shield in 9mm and my Sig Sauer P938 also in 9mm. Before we adopted a baby, I carried a Springfield EMP almost nonstop. It was pretty much my 99.9% of the time carry. However, it has to be on a belt rig because it's heavy. It's a heavy gun. It's a full metal frame. The ones that I'm choosing now are a lot lighter in weight because I use a lot of compression holstering now. It just works better for me having a baby on my hip all the time. I'm able to scoot it around if I need to and move it to a different spot if I have to put her on my hip. So it works better for what my life is like right now. So you will need to determine what you're going to do with this gun first to determine what size and weight is important to you. If you're strictly going to keep it at home, I would recommend something heavy because the heavier the gun is, the less you're going to feel the recoil. Okay? It seems like a smaller, lighter gun would be easier to shoot. This is sort of counterintuitive, but in reality, the heavier the gun, the easier it is to shoot. So here's an example. You could have a tiny caliber like a .380 in a tiny little plastic framed gun and feel more recoil with that than you would a .45 ACP, which is a much bigger cartridge, in a full heavy metal frame. Okay, so your shooting experience is gonna be related to a give and take between the caliber you choose and the size and the weight. So if you're keeping it at home, go for heavy. Go for a bigger caliber. If you're gonna strap it to your body and you're small, go for a little smaller caliber and a little smaller footprint and a little lighter weight. Okay? We'll see you in the next episode. We'll talk about caliber and capacity.